Hey everyone, I am back, and this time wanted to focus on showcasing my 1964 graded items that I have. Got them all laid out in front of me. So I'll go ahead and start up here with a kind of a rare piece, this 1964 Topps photo tattoos. This was just a pour, so a 1. Just to get this thing slabbed. These things are very rare. So I'll show you the other side of it. It is literally the actual container itself, so it just came like this. A pretty cool little photo tattoo. It was just folded up, and when you unfolded it, you almost always tore it right up there on the top. So that's kind of the reason why they're so hard to get in those anything graded higher than like a 1 or 2. These are Wheaties stamps. Came in sets of 9 pages to a stamp. You ordered it off the box of Wheaties. So I got a couple guys that collect the bunning, the Marischal, and the McCovey. They're using Topps imagery on these Wheaties stamps. Now on to the actual 64 Topps itself. Not very flashy, somewhat like the girl next door. Not very flashy, but not high maintenance either. So there's some positives to that. The white borders and edges make it a little bit more forgiving. So not uncommon to find this in solid grades, and you won't have to pay a premium like you will on some of the cards, like from 63, 62, that have a little bit tougher edges and borders. A lot of good Hall of Famers. There's 3 Hall of Famers on that. Pitching leaders, strikeout leaders, multiple Hall of Famers. I love this home run leaders with the 4 Hall of Famers: Aaron, McCovey, Mays, and Cepeda. Got a couple of the leaders here. K-Line and Killebrew on that one. Dick Stewart had a pretty good year. 63 it looks like. I've got a couple 8s. Primarily these are 7s. That's kind of, you can see my other videos. You see kind of the range I try to pick them up at, but I've got a couple nice 8s in here, just a couple 6s too, as you can see by the All-Star vets, Vada Pinson, Don Drysdale. Some key rookies in this set. Tommy John rookie is in that one, although not a Hall of Fame player, but he had a really long, solid career. That's at a nice near mint to mint 8 grade. And then here is Lou Piniella's first rookie card. You'll see a couple of these. I think it's 69. He has a multiplayer rookie card as well. And he's got the All-Star Rookie Cup on his 1970 Topps card. But way back in 64, this is the first time you'll see a Lou Piniella. Killebrew in his 6. Common McMillan. The Tony La Russa rookie. So just like the Lou Piniella, you got a couple of key manager rookie cards here. And this is the Tony La Russa one and an Intermittent 8. K-Line, Frank Robinson, Bunning, Marischal, Robin Roberts. So a great, nice run of Hall of Famers. And coming down here, this Tony Conigliaro would have been a great player. He infamously was beamed with a baseball, and just, you should go see pictures of that. His eye was so messed up, really impacted the rest of his career. So you always just kind of wonder, could he have been a great, him and Carl Yastrzemski, what could they have done if he hadn't been injured so badly? Really nice Hank Aaron, a little bit off center, left to right, but really solid, near mint 7. And this is a really cool card. I've always liked this AL Bombers. You've got Manlin Maris, and then Al Kaline, and then Norm Cash as well. Then a cool Willie McCovey, Bob Gibson. Moving to some of the higher numbers, the Gaylord Perry. And then this is the other key rookie, probably the main rookie from 64, the Phil Niekro rookie. And then moving away from Topps, actually not Topps, but this is the Venezuela Topps variation, just a pour. Just wanted to get this grade. The back of this is black as opposed to kind of a pinkish orange, I guess you would say, for the traditional 64s. One thing interesting about the 64s, and I'll just come over here and show you this. There's little trivia questions on the back of these, and you can kind of see at an angle. There's a trivia question like, who is known as the fireman of baseball? And then you'd have to rub. You can kind of see it at an angle. If you rub that with a nickel or a dime, the zinc in it, I believe, would cause that to show up a little better, and you'd answer it. So when Topps did its Heritage a couple years ago, I think it was 2013, they they did that again on the back of the newer variation, so that's pretty cool. Now, everything that 64 Topps is not, the top stand-ups are. These are very condition sensitive, so very high maintenance item, if you will. They're die cut, meant to be popped out, and meant to be, you know, a kid to pop it out and put it on his desk or dresser drawers or on top of his dresser or something. So this is a very popular set because of the colors and the condition sensitive nature of it. So I've got a nice little run of those from some of the players I collect, as well as a couple commons. Some of these are not in the best grade. A couple, this VG3 Cepeda is the lowest one I've got. I love that Banks of him crouching there. Oddly enough, it shows him in his shortstop pose, but the 64 is the first year's card start showing him as a first baseman. The Drysdale and Juan Marichal, two of the nicest ones that I have. Those are both short prints, as well as this Willie McCovey is a short print as well. Get that in a 5. And a couple commons, Pascual, Peters, Boog Powell, and then Floyd Robinson to round it out. Just beautiful color and imagery, and just beautiful color on those. And I'm a big fan of the oddball stuff. So, and then one regular Topps again, but this is just an SGC graded card. Just throw it in there, Brooks Robinson. All right, on to another interesting subset from the 64 Topps. Try something new with these larger cards, these Topps Giants, loaded with Hall of Famers. Basically took the top 3 players from every team to put it in this set. So you're going to see all the key Hall of Famers from 64 in here. This is not a difficult set. Once again, the white borders and edges. You can get some Hall of Famers like this Mickey Mantle. You didn't even have to pay that much. If you want an affordable mantle, this 64 Topps Giants is a good option. And it's got some really good imagery on it. You know, it's really, as far as cubic inches or something, you're getting your money's worth with these larger cards. So a lot of Hall of Famers. I'm just showing all the Hall of Famers I collect. Marichal, Cepeda, of course, Bob Gibson. And I want to just take a second. I have so much stuff from 64. I'm going to open this drawer here. We'll come down here and show a couple more items. The 64 Topps Giants. That's a beautiful Hank Aaron and Near Intimate 8. That card is just flawless. Presents so well. Love it in those PSA cases. Just looks gorgeous. Frank Robinson. That's a great shot of him too. And then on to a different piece here, this 1964 Challenge the Yankees game. There are not a lot of these graded. This is a pretty rare piece to get it in a 5.5. There's a couple more graded higher. Really not into big pop report guy, but I've got this years ago, and I didn't even know how rare it was, but it's a pretty cool, interesting, rare piece. And then over here, Topps did a coin set as well in 64 as an insert in their packs. So you've got a lot of the All-Stars or Hall of Famers will have regular coins and then an All-Star coin. So I've got a good example on top, Willie McCovey in a 9, Marichal in a 7, Gibson 8, Jim Bunning 8. And then down you'll see the variations of the All-Star, the blue for the American League and then the red for the National League. And you can see the guys I have there, my standard collection of guys that I collect. But that is it for my 1964 graded items. Once again, I appreciate your posts and comments. I just recently reached over 100,000 views on my channel. So thank you all who come and watch my videos. I do appreciate you guys. I don't often say it, but I do. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you again soon.